Rudy King with 49th Parallel. Today we're going to talk about hydration and mainly hydration carriers and water bladders. Here before me, got a few different bladders and whatnot. Staying hydrated is a very important thing out in the backcountry in the wilderness. And over the years I've used quite a few different types of hydration kits. Platypus. I've tried one of those once. It was my friend of mine's. I really didn't care for it that much. Camelbacks. Really like camelbacks. They're quick disconnect valves and whatnot, and they're large openings. Used them for many years. The only thing I don't like about them is they don't really have any filters that could adapt to them. In a previous video, you've probably seen this pack of my short range wilderness kit, or also doubles as my urban kit. I got a Tactical Tailor hydration carrier and ACU here. It was issued, and inside I have the NBC water bladder and the hose and hookup for my gas mask. I used to work in Seattle a lot, so you never know when those liberals are protesting about something and cops use tear gas and whatnot, so I always want to make sure I had excuse me, had my gas mask and a way to stay hydrated in it just in case I needed it. And then inside, I usually rock a bladder. I got a Camelback here, quick disconnect on it. Inside the bladder, let me get it out. So how I rock my wilderness kits is I got the Sawyer mini filter here. Pretty much to install one of these, you just cut the tube and push the tube onto the nipple here on both ends. What I did is I scored a ring around it to help it stay on there. Sawyers are great, I love them. The only downside to it is trying to draw through this thing out of the bladder through the mouthpiece is extremely difficult. So that's one downside to this. But the nice thing about it is I can just fill this up out of any creek, pond, stream and have on-demand filtration with it. Like the quick disconnect on these, but what I don't like is that there's no check valve, so if this is filled with water and you pull it off, it's just going to squirt water everywhere. Don't really like that feature about Camelbacks. They do have really good seals on their fill ports, so that's nice about it. And I got quite a few different ones in my kits that you've probably seen. I just recently, after getting my newest bladder system and carrier, I ended up giving my USMC Vagabond Systems carrier away to a friend of mine. I had an inline filter to it, so I just gave that to him. This is another one. This don't have a filter in it. This is mainly for when I want to fill up water at home that I don't need filtered, because we live up in the mountains, so we get spring water out of all of our taps. So no sense of filtering that and wasting the filter. So this one don't have a filter in it. Usually I just use this one to when I have clean water around the house or going out to do yard work and whatnot. But what I really want to talk about mainly is this carrier and the bladder I have inside of it. Now this is the Agilite Edge carrier, made in Israel, very rugged, 1000D mil-spec nylon. It's got a real sleek design for mounting it to a pack or a plate carrier, so that's really nice. Low profile. It's contoured for easy insertion and extraction of your water bladder. It will hold a 3-liter water bladder, which I have in here now. It's a cross-platform design. Attaches, like I said, to anything with these attachment straps right here that you could get from Agilite, or Camelback makes them. A lot of places make them. You can make your own too. So that's a nice feature. I could just hook this on and take it off. It does have case straps, which I do have there in my pack right now, packed away, but they're really easy to put on. I got the really nice padded ones. So really nice carrier. Got some molly on the outside. It zips from the top opening. Has a drag handle on it. Has a strip of molly going down the front of it. So you can attach things. Like I got my Medalist carabiner there and whatnot. So really good carrier. Love it. My first piece of kit that's made from Israel, and I must say I'm thoroughly impressed. The Israelis did a great job. Agilite did a great job on designing this this carrier, especially since I'm using the type of bladder that I'm using in it. Really does well with that in there. So we're going to talk about that. So the water bladder that I have in here is the Geigerrig 3-liter hydration engine. Really cool thing. I saw it on YouTube. I think it was on Black Scout Survival, if I'm saying that right, if I remember right. I think that's where I saw the Geigerrig for the first time, and when I saw it, I thought it was awesome. And then when I did more research on the system, fell in love with it. So, nice thing about it, if you guys don't know anything about the Geigerrig, is it does inflate. So, on the what comes with your Geigerrig is this pump. And on their packs that it comes with, they have a place for the pump to be outside so you can keep pumping it up. I don't really like it because I usually have my hose coming down one shoulder strap and a knife on the other, so I don't have no place for this really. And it's kind of bulky and in the way on my strap, so I just keep it tucked inside here, and if I need to pump it up, I'll pump it back up. Nice thing about being able to pump it up is, now before I get into that, one thing I did do is I did not like the mouthpiece on it. One, it was blue, not subdued, and two, if it gets pinched or squished, water is going to flow out of it. There's no check valve at all. So I picked myself up the Camelback quick release and check valve here. So, you know, no matter what, it's going to stay off. But the nice thing about the Geigerrig is this: flowing water. Irrigate wounds with it, spray your head with it, filling up, a pot for cooking, boiling and cooking in is great for that. Everything else, you always got to either blow air into it to get the water to come out, or push on it to get the water to come out, which is really not good. So the fact that they came up with the pump up air pressure to feed the water through is really great. It not only makes drinking on the go easy, but it makes everything else easy. So it's really, really nice that someone came out with that. Another great thing about it is all the hoses have one-way check valves on the ports where they attach to in the bladder. So no matter what, if your hose gets punctured, if you want to take your hoses off and keep the water in it, it'll stay in there. Even fully under pressure, it will stay in there. So I'm going to go ahead and pull their hydration engine, as they call it, out. And we'll take a peek at it up close and go over some more specs of it. Let's go ahead and detach. So here it is. This is a 3-liter version. It has a full open top with the slide opening on it. You can reverse it for a dishwasher or washing it. It's totally dishwasher safe. It's BPA and phthalate free. It's got a lifetime warranty. What else can I say about it? It's awesome. Another really great thing I love about this is, all right, now I got my, this is my spring water from home in here. Don't need to filter it because it's clean, good water. So let's say I fill up and I'm going to go out for a day hike and I fill up with my good clean water, got it on in there, drinking on it and deplete it, and I need to refill my water from a source that I don't trust. Well, the nice thing about Geigerrig is they thought of it and they came with this inline filter. This is the Aqua Mera Frontier Max filtration canister, and inside of it, it has the viral bacterial filter in it, and they're changeable. They say that it will filter between 100 to 120 gallons of water. It removes viruses, bacteria, giardia, and cryptosporia. Lead-free. It also reduces biotoxins, chlorine, chemicals, taste, and odor. You also could get a plug and bite me valve that'll plug right into this guy, so you can just use it as a straw and drink right out of the creek if you want to. But if I want to use it, it just pops right in. It also has a check valve on it, so you ain't got to worry about any water coming out of it. And then you plug this guy in, boom, and you're good to go. You got an inline filter just like that, quick, easy, and painless. So really nice job they did on this. On this system, and coupled with the Agilite hydration carrier, I can't be any more happy. Matter of fact, some of my friends, after they've seen it, they're setting theirs up just like mine, because not only do they like the features of the Geigerrig, but they also like the Agilite. Now, one thing I do want to talk about that I do, did it on a regular piece of paper, me and a buddy of mine, when I first took it out for its first field trip, and my Zipper Fox 40 liter, I just had a little scratch paper notepad that I was able to write down on it. But I want to show you guys what I've done here. My Right in the Rain book is on page 1. I got my Geigerrig filter use. Change after 378 liters or 126 refills of that bladder. I'm gonna have my location on there just in case if for some reason filter fails or something fails and I get sick. Just good to know where your location was, what maybe type of game or kind of viruses or what you might have came in contact with. My liter's filtered for it and the date, and I haven't done it to just put this in here, but I've already got a few uses on that filtration system already that I got to add to this, but haven't done it yet. So that's another thing that you want to do, is make sure that you monitor or record how much water you have filtered through it, because the last thing you want to do is overuse it and then lose its capability, and you're out in the wilderness and you go and you use it and you get sick. But most of the time, you know, you're close enough to home to where, or close enough to civilization up here in the Pacific Northwest, as you're planning on staying out in a long time, that you could get back home before you really get destroyed by whatever virus or bacteria or pathogen that you pick up from bad water. So hope you guys like my presentation of the Geigerrig and the Agilite Edge Hydration Carrier. If you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you like this video, please like. Look forward to my next videos, and thanks for watching. God bless.